I just want to say, Mr. President of the University and distinguished fellow panelists here, how privileged I am to be able to join you today for the opening of this remarkable facility. And I want to start by saying thank you to all those on the ground here who have contributed to making this development possible. These include, of course, the University of Hargeisa, but also Soldier and Media Inc., the excellent professional colleagues that we have working with us on that, and the Ministry of Information. It is a wide range of stakeholders who need to be buying into a project like this to support it if it is to prosper. This is the third example that I've seen today of UK support for Somaliland. So this morning I joined President Musa to open a refurbished, upgraded Supreme Court building with better security for judges and prosecutors and witnesses and so on. That project is designed to help Somaliland develop an independent and professional judiciary. Secondly, I was lucky enough to be able to visit the headquarters of the Coast Guard in Hargeisa, where, again, with UK support, the Coast Guard is being able to be trained and given new systems for information management, which will enable it to make the very best use of its very constrained resources to be able to monitor and secure Somaliland's very substantial coastline. And now this, the third example of the day, where the UK is proud to be joining all of you to build something here which is not simply a studio, although it is a very nice, very good, well-equipped studio, but it represents something more profound than that, in my view. It is the building of an essential pillar of democracy, the pillar that is bound up with the right to freedom of expression and a free and independent media through which that expression can be effectively channeled. And we all know that that pillar will only be built if journalists and media professionals can be brought through and given the right training, given the resources that they need to do a professional job, alongside learning not just the trade skills, but the values that should go with and the responsibilities that go with being a professional media member of the media and journalist. And chief among those values, of course, is the responsibility to inform and probe and scrutinize, but without ever resorting to peddling false information or inciting people to violence or hatred. I hope this new centre will also contribute to developing a wider, deeper understanding in Somaliland of the vital role of the media alongside government and civil society, and how the three together are really essential to developing a country like Somaliland, which has so many challenges and needs not only support from the outside, but to make the very best use of all the talent that it has at its disposal. Journalism and the training of journalists is very close to my heart, having been a journalist myself in early years and being married to a journalist. I know how important it is to get the skills and support, and for journalists to be valued and also for them to be paid appropriately so that they can live and get by in wherever you are on the world. You need to earn enough money to be able to keep yourself and your family. And I think that aspect of the profession is often overlooked but very important. And I would hope that this centre can, in its own way, in an appropriate way, support those who are going to be working in future to put Somaliland's media on a firm business footing so that it can make money and bring in revenues which can lead to journalists being paid a proper wage. So journalism has the potential in Somaliland, I think, to unlock a faster pace of development if professional journalists can bring, empower and inform the wider public on a wider range of issues, particularly social issues and the kind of issues that affect ordinary people and families in Somaliland. Sometimes those stories are the most important for the media, but they're often not the ones, they're the most important for the public rather, but they're not often given the priority that they need in the media. And I hope that all those journalists trained in this centre will do their utmost to focus not just on political issues, but also on social issues that matter to ordinary people. Holding the government to account, holding people like me to account is the job of a journalist, but it's also their job and responsibility to inform the public and empower them to make appropriate demands of their own government on social and economic development. So thank you all once again, and I want to congratulate everyone who's contributed to refurbishing this centre and making it such a great facility. Thank you very much.
Thank you.